Funny thing about rockets, everybody thinks there's a go button, and actually the rockets are computer controlled, so what we have is a stop button.
What makes a difference is that we don't get paid to launch empty rockets.
I've always taken a huge interest in space and technology, and I've enjoyed space and been a big fan of exploration since I was young.
As the name implies, Launch Shop's responsibility is to receive all the flight hardware, integrate it, test it, prepare it for launch so that we can launch as a team successfully.
We get the rockets when they arrive at the Cape, some testing goes on, and we see it all the way through T-0 and beyond.
We assemble everything up into the big stack that you see on rollout day.
The integrator, in short, is like a liaison between launch operations and the spacecraft team.
Our job is to make sure that we understand what it'll take to execute the mission once the design and manufacturing processes are done.
The launch conductor will conduct the polling of each of the individual engineering systems as well as the leadership team to make sure that the entire team is ready to proceed through the different phases of the countdown.
I supply all the conditioned air in GN2 to the rocket. Conditioning meaning supplied chilled air.
I'm part of the environmental control systems, and my primary responsibility is to take care and maintain the systems that control a lot of our facilities.
So I'm a systems test engineer for ground fluids. We do the preps and everything else to get the fluids to the rocket so that the rocket can fly, and then we're also on console during launch day.
Sometimes it's difficult, but not impossible, to get that one schedule that does not favor a assembly line type process.
Some unique challenges at the Cape would be the temperatures and the humidity. Our role in environmental control systems is obviously to keep those things from affecting our spacecraft and launch vehicles.
We have a group of technicians that are bar none, that know the systems like the back of their hands. And we have a group of engineers that do a great job of practicing their due diligence and making sure that if something is wrong, it's fixed and we're ready to go.
We follow a strict guideline and requirements of our testing procedures that we perform.
One of ULA's calling cards is that we can launch every kind of mission there is. We launch national defense, science missions, civil when able. We also launch commercial spacecraft.
The best thing about my job is that as the integrator, I get to be in the middle of launch operations and the spacecraft customer and builder.
Getting up close and personal with the rockets on a daily basis, and of course sitting in the Launch Control Center.
I really enjoy the fact that there are so many neat things that we can support. For instance, we're supporting warfighters on the ground with communication capabilities. We're supporting NASA's science exploration. Now we're going to head toward asteroids. I really like being a small part of that.
I'm on the pad or in the assembly building every day, and I get to see a whole bunch of wonderful people working tandem together in and out. It's absolutely wonderful.
It is exciting, but you kind of have to put that aside and just focus on the mission at hand. The job at that moment in time is to ensure that the entire team is ready.
I think a lot of young boys used to launch with little model rockets, and I did that too, and put different payloads in there to see what would happen.
We couldn't do our job without experienced people that we have, all working as a team. That's really the key to making sure that things come together on launch day.